Anybody there? You don't know with TikTok, it doesn't show straight away if anyone's there, if you even get the notifications. So I don't know if anyone's even there. Yeah, someone. Okay, here we are. Hi people, hello. Random live, you never know with me. I follow the impulse. Hi. Oh, I'm so glad you're on here. Hi you. I saw your video today. I liked that. You must keep doing those. Keep putting them out. This is a very interesting one. This is a lesson I learned, and this is a lesson that not many people are aware of, especially on the spiritual path. People don't talk about this, and it's not being shared. So I learned something interesting, and it's always great to talk from experience. You hear the Buddhas say attachment. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're going to like this talk. You're going to like this. This is similar to what you were talking about. Well, maybe. So you hear the Buddhas say non-attachment. You hear Eckhart Tolle say attachment. Don't be attached to things. You know what I mean? Just like accept what comes in your life. People don't really get it. So I want to put it in more detail, especially for you that have chosen what you want to call yourselves, light workers, starseeds, whatever. People that are on the spiritual path. And this is why I'm sharing this, right? Or that think you have a purpose here, whatever you're doing. You're all doing your own thing. We're just doing what we're doing. This is normal to us. The more you align with your higher self or your soul, your true authentic self, which is part of the God, you're part of source. That's just us. We want to uplift. We are loving. All we are is love, pure positive energy, frequency and vibration. So this is just naturally what we do. We try and uplift others. We share, we love, because we love. That's our essence. Okay, so now, luckily, I've had lots of contrast. I've lived this life. I've had lots of time on this planet because I'm close to, let's be polite here, 60. All right. So I've had lots of contrast. I've lived a lot. So I've put out lots of requests and things, and this is what you came to do. So I'm at a different stage in my life where other people aren't. Plus, you have different journeys. Now, most of you already know that you have different soul. You're going through different lessons here. You've chosen different things to experience. It's end of Kali Yuga as well. So some people aren't aware of that. You can actually drop your karma. If you haven't, I suggest you intentionally ask, release your karma. You don't have to keep it anymore. It's up to you. It is not needed, but you have free will. So you can intentionally release all your karma, say thank you very much for the lessons, but it's no longer necessary, no longer needed for the new paradigm. So some people in this life are still going through any karma that they occurred. Now, it's pay up time. They're going through all the karma that they've accumulated or whatever in their vortex, law of attraction. You drew the shit to you, or you haven't learned your lessons. You keep repeating it, right? Before you woke up, you're repeating the same things. Because we attract all the time. So a lot of people, especially on the awakening path, when you wake up and then you start hitting the astral and, oh, look, I'm an alien, I'm a this, I'm a Nocturian. Yeah. It depends on what you're seeking. If you're seeking higher knowledge, you're going to go past that, and you can reach whatever level of awareness or consciousness you want. That's up to you. But a lot of people just see a past life and think, oh, that's it, but you're actually part of source. So you infinite. The amount of lives you've had is infinite. You just, depending on your level of consciousness of what you're seeking, you have been more than one alien, my friend. You've been everything. You were here when the planets were created. You just haven't seen it yet yourself. You haven't recalled it because you obviously aren't seeking the knowledge. So you are infinite because you are part of source. So you have been many things, seen all the planets, been on many planets, been many beings, many whatever, not only this thing. But when we've just woken up now, what we don't realize is when they say attachment on the spiritual path. Now, a lot of people, you'll hear Abraham Hicks talk about it in a different way, but they say, if you listen to the law of attraction, Abraham Hicks, you can have whatever you want, but you've got to be happy with what you have first. It's unconditional. So you've got to love, be happy with, and be content and be with whatever you've got. Nothing, even if it's nothing, you've got to be in that gratitude, content, satisfied, happy. You mustn't, once you're on the awakened path, let me give you some advice. Don't put anything above source. Source doesn't like that. That's why they say all suffering. Because people, I want, they keep seeking, oh, somebody else, I want a partner because I'm not happy. If you put something above your inner being, you're going to come short. And you're going to get whacked, whacked. You're going to get a wake-up whack. It's a lesson you're going to learn until you realize what the lesson is in the first place. You're going to keep getting whacked and wonder what's wrong. You won't realize it. Even Abraham Hicks says in relationships, you've got to always, people think, oh no, that person's going to make me happy. I want that person's till the end of my life. No. As she says, every day is you're evolving, especially at the moment. Everybody is on evolution. You're going to keep changing. So you don't know how your partner is going to change and what if they're going to level up. So you can't. Nothing, as I say, is impermanent. This life is not permanent. So you've got to be willing to go with the flow. You meet someone and you've got to love them unconditionally if you're in the right space, the source, and be in the moment. For now, we're happy, we're together, I love you, but you can't promise I'm going to be with you till the end of doom day, whatever, because you can't. It's just not is. You don't know what their soul is. You're here for a lesson and a journey. So what are people are still seeking? It's attachment. You wanting, you still haven't realized that all that love, everything and anything, when you come into complete alignment with your real being, your authentic self, good things. When you come into complete alignment, that absolute love, you will want nothing. You will lack nothing. You have everything. You will feel happy, loved, satisfied, no matter what. This is what she says. If you find that, then things will come to you. But if you say, oh, well, I want this, and a lot of people are driven by the manifestation. And they're going to come and learn. It won't stick. Your most important thing, even she says to you, is your alignment with your inner being, your soul's journey, your soul's path. So when you're going off that path, whether you choose something above, you choose a person, you choose money, you choose anything over your higher self, your soul, your inner being source, you're going to find out about it. You can have all those things if you stay in complete alignment. If you have nothing, if you're happy and you make your inner being, source, soul, everything, you will get everything. If you put something in front of it, oh, but I want that to be happy. I want money. I want a boyfriend. I must have a girlfriend. And this one, I want my soulmate. I want this. People, they don't realize they're looking outside again. That person will make me happy. I want my twin soul, that's it. You are not going to find happiness or anything if you will not stay in alignment and you haven't got that from your higher self. It's a lesson you're going to learn. And what a lot of people don't realize is what their lesson or attachment is. Now, because you're still focusing on this past lives and but there's more. There's another layer to it when you go up a bit. There's another layer to it. Your past lives have a pattern. So your soul, you have a pattern. Whether you're a scientist, you're analytical, you'll see, or you've got a lot of criticism, or your attachment, say, is your mind. You're very attached to the analytical, or you're very attached to physical relationships. Look at your past lives, if you can see many. Is there a lot of relationships? Oh, you lost this boyfriend, or that husband died, and heartbreak, and there was this and that. But if you look at the past lives, there's around some kind of relationship. A lost husband, a wife died, or this or that, grief, bad, whatever. You will see attachment. And if you're doing this a lot, and I see people, but I'm not saying anything because it's not for me. It's a lesson they need to learn. I'm watching people. I know one here, and I'm watching them make this mistake, and I can see it so clearly. So they are addicted to the physical. They're addicted to the sex or the pleasure. That's an addiction. It's an attachment. You have an attachment to physical pleasure. They want the physical relationship. They want that physical. They lust. That's it. It's a lust. People don't realize they have addictions. You have an attachment. Your soul has a weakness. It's either to lust or it's to physical relationship. You want that physical. I want boy. And trust me, I was one. And I didn't know what it was, and I didn't see it until all of a sudden someone commented, and I thought, oh wow. And then I looked at my past lives and I saw the pattern, and I thought, oh my gosh. Because when we fell into ego, the darkness, the reason why you're searching for that love in a relationship is because you haven't got in a complete alignment with your inner self, your being, your source, when you're in a complete alignment with source, all that is, which is your divine spark, which is part of the divine, say God, when you're in complete alignment with that, that's a love, and that's what they call the bliss. You find absolute bliss. When you've done away with resistance and everything else, you are in a state of absolute bliss. Such love, such happiness, such bliss, you can't, that's it, everything you fulfilled. That's what they talk about. This is why you see Buddhists are fighting. People think, oh, well, it's attachment. That is, no, it's not. Your soul, you can have what you want if you do not put conditions on it. I want, so you're still wanting it. Oh, so you're looking, I've got to have a boyfriend, I've got to have money, I've got to have this. No, stay in complete alignment. Don't put any person above your. So now you get a relationship, and what you'll do, drop back into 3D, because now you get attached to the person and the physical and the body and the love they're giving you. You're seeking that, you're going to get into a pattern again, a 3D thing where you're wanting that, you're relying on that love, physical, from that person. You've got an attachment then, physical attachments. Okay, you've got attachment to people, physical, love, whatever it is. It's the wrong thing. When you're in a complete alignment, you can have a relationship, but you don't. If you stay in that connected in alignment with your soul, right? You are able then to have relationships. If you've done away with your attachments and you've got rid of it, if relationships is one of them, probably not a good idea right now until you build up enough. Because if you've got this desperate thing to always have relationships, a physical thing, that's your addiction. That's your attachment. Some people will have attachment to alcohol, to drugs, to who knows what it is, whatever. You've got to find out what your weakness is in this life, and you'll see that many lives repeated. Now mine was that. I was like, love, love, love. Then my whole life, here's an interesting thing. And I laughed the other night. I don't know why I've got it. When I was little, everybody asked me, there was one thing I wanted to do when I was really little. I wanted to be an oceanographer. Really did. But what meant everything to me as a little kid? So obviously I knew about this, but we came in with a certain, but we came in with a veil, so we couldn't remember, but we knew something was important. For me, it was happiness. So I already had that awareness that was very important. So when I was in the little, and teachers always used to ask me, what do you want to be? And I was happy. And they used to get annoyed with me. I'm not joking. No, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or teach? Happy. They were expecting me to say doctor or scientist. I didn't. I just wanted to be free. Freedom. So there's certain things my soul knew. As beings, as divine beings, this is why people get annoyed. This is why what the trouble's going on now. Freedom is actually who we are. We are so free as souls because we are. We don't realize you're imprisoning yourself if you feel any imprisonment or any victimhood. That's only you doing it to you. You are a creator, literally. A creator of worlds, of the universe, of everything. You're a part of that makes and creates the universe, keeps the planet spinning, keeps your heart beating. That's you. You have that power. You are creating your own life, and completely. Everything's planned. What do you want to live? You're doing it. That's how powerful you are. So when you start, oh, well, I need money. I'm looking for the boyfriend, my soulmate. Ooh, you've got to be careful then when you're on the spiritual path, because what you're going to do then is going to go off course. Yes, you're going to be, but you're not. If you go out of alignment with you say now you start putting your spiritual path off, and you're not like meditating every day, and you're not trying to seek, you're not putting this relationship above all else. Even Abraham warns people, but she's not being too specific because you listen, you've got to learn. She says, no problem, but always make sure your relationship with you and you is the most important. She'll tell you that, but she doesn't say why. Buddhists say no attachment. There's a reason why. So now I found out for myself. So I started the spiritual path like everybody else, and I went to my awakening, and I was in the astral and other past beings and planets and this and aliens and that, all that. I thought I was really smart. But I did seek to do samadhi, to reach full enlightenment, samadhi, So that was I stayed on that path. I wanted that. Thank goodness. So I sought the highest level of consciousness. So I didn't get stuck here playing ETs and whatever, But that's just me. So luckily but in my earlier days before this, when I was sitting there, because I had not dropped my karma yet, I didn't realize you could drop the karma, so I hadn't intentionally dropped my karma. I had also law of attraction. I had all these unfinished things in me, right? So I was seeking this relationship, this happy family, in a picket fence, And I was sitting there and I thought, okay, my 80 days would be nice to spend my older years with somebody. So I was sitting in meditation. I remember next minute in meditation, I got these visions and they were showing me this dream thing. And so basically they gave me like a shopping list of different scenarios, relationships. And I'm not joking. It was like a shopping list I was getting. It was really weird. So I was sitting in meditation because I hadn't realized this and I hadn't cleared my attachment. I had an attachment seeking, oh, I need someone to be in my life. I want to be happy. That someone will make me happy. I will meet this person. Oh, that's it. I'll be happy. You know, everyone, that's what most people are doing. They don't realize why they're doing it. You think if you find someone, that's it, you'll be fulfilled. Oh, your life will be great. Or Bianca, no. They're not going to stay in your life forever. You're in the middle of an evolution and the same thing. And you're attaching to them. Not a good idea. So I was in the same place, not knowing this. I hadn't gone above that yet, and I hadn't been, got to that level. So I thought, okay, right, I would mind someone. And next minute, I literally got a shopping menu. So they showed me the scenario I could have, showed me, and you couldn't see the relationship face. So you couldn't see the face of the person. But I mean, there was this beautiful home. I mean, it was like my dream. I was like, wow. And then I got this, I could have this in this country. So it was different countries and scenarios and like, lifestyle. So like super rich, boyfriend and, ranch style. And then there was this. Anyway, it was really, eventually I just look, I don't know, just choose for me. Anyway, that's what I was looking. And I thought, okay, great. What did I want? And that's so I still didn't know. I asked for this. I thought, okay, I didn't realize I wasn't that high up yet. So I just thought, I want a relationship. Yeah, that's going to be great. I'll be happy now. I can live the rest of my life out in peace. Like a normal 3D scenario, that's what I was thinking. I hadn't risen enough yet in my consciousness and frequency. So anyway, it manifested. People say synchronicities, right? People think, this is their partner when they get these synchronicities. People think, and I laughed the other day. I saw a post by one of the people I know followed. And that's why and then you think, it's the wrong person. No, it's not the wrong person. It's a lesson. When you haven't figured out what your attachment is or what you haven't healed, you're going to draw those relationships until you figure it out. So I had lots to heal, a lot of trauma, lots to heal, to get rid of, clear. In relationships where I'd last left them was like, so I had lots of baggage that hadn't been worked through. So that's why it was drawn. So of course, bing, a relationship manifested. Bang, synchronicities, it was so obvious. It was absolutely your soul was guiding you. You knew this person was in your life for a reason. It wasn't even a joke, the synchronicities. It was so lined up. And I knew it, so I was like, wow, okay. And then I was still in that thinking, okay, this is the person, I'm going to have this. Exactly what I saw. This is a person, I'm going to be happy. This is a perfect person, a perfect everything. I didn't see it yet. But I knew there was a lesson. So now I was tapped in. So I'm very conscious. I was consciously aware and getting triggered. Whoa, did I get triggered and healing and triggered and healing. And wow. So it was amazing for me because so much healing and clearing came out of it. So everything is always it has a higher purpose. I'm very thankful for that. It triggered me and triggered me and triggered me and stuff came out. That's what it was there for. So I could get rid of that baggage I hadn't healed, which was great. So I saw the lessons, I was waiting for them and I took them. Thank you, cleared, thank you. Always from a higher perspective. And then, of course, now you're in the relationship. Now you're in the whole thing. Oh, this is nice, it's perfect, everything's great. And you're focusing all your thing into the relationship. And your inner being or your heart is getting put to a side. It's like, oh, well, yeah, it's great. I'm there connected. But this is now, Then I started getting sick. Now, before this, I was flying high, never ill, nothing, because you're getting out of alignment. Warning signs. When you're out of alignment, you're going to start getting ill. Physical symptoms, or sick, or this and that. Whatever it is, these are warnings or things that you're out of alignment. You are not following the path you're meant to follow. So because I had now manifested this then, and my frequency and vibration, and I was here, it wasn't a match. It was a lesson. Okay, you need to learn the lesson, and then, that's it. And luckily I did realize, and then I was, okay, no, this is not. And then I saw afterwards what it was about. And I was like, wow, okay, I get it. Then I realized, okay, that's it. I was putting everything, something above, saying I won't be unless I've got this. So this is for an advice purpose. Do not put anything above your inner being, your soul, your higher self, however you want to call it. Nothing. The Buddhas warn you about this. Let them come in your life, whatever comes, and you can ask for it. But you have to be content and happy and satisfied no matter what, if they're in your life or not. Okay, whatever comes in, thank you. It doesn't, thank you, whatever, accept whatever comes in, good or not, as a lesson and thanks, appreciation, don't attach. But don't say, I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? Make that a be on all. Because then you are making, I want that. Let just it come. You want it, great. If it comes, if it doesn't. You know what I mean? It will come anyway. Just because if you are in alignment and be happy with your source and you're making that, you will get all the manifestations and blessings and whatever you want. But if you're like, I want money, as I'm not going to be, that's all I want, and your focus is all that, you're going to get out of it, It won't stay, or things are going to go south because you're putting other things above. So this is why I made this as just as a notification for you to let you know this thing about attachment. Listen and look for it in your life. There is a very good. Well, look, otherwise it's just a lesson you're going to learn. You're going to get a good smack, and then you'll go off. You'll wonder why things will start going south for you. And you'll realize you're going out of alignment. It could be many things. It's a lesson or something you haven't learned. It could be about another life. Because remember, we are living through... this is your final test to move up to the next dimension. So all the lives you've lived, maybe it was Atlantis, you made a mistake, you got to, whatever else. Yeah. No. Yeah, you can feel for them, not really, but you mustn't be hunkering for them. It's like you can't live without them. That's what I'm saying. If it comes or goes, you're sad for them, but you wish them love, you want happy, but it's not like an end of a thing. You'll cry for it. It can be like, if it's more than a day, then you go, no, there's something, no, that's an attachment again. Yes, of course you're going to have feelings for someone, but it should be it's unconditional love. That's the point. See, it's unconditional because you are in that state of love. You love it. Doesn't matter what. There's no judgment. Unconditional love for anybody. So even if they want to go, you unconditionally love them and you wish them well. And you cut your... Here's the thing. Yes, I can give you something about that. Spirit psychologist. Okay, here's advice about this one. When you split up with someone, do a clearing. Cut etheric and energy ties. What you've done is having let go of their energy. Give all their energy back. Take all energy you gave to them back. Cut all etheric ties, contracts, agreements, bonds, promises, both gone. And then you'll see that problem's gone. See, what people don't realize, you've got to let go of energy. This is where it touches. You're putting energy or focus into that. So when you cut the energy, agreements and whatever lessons, and also especially the lessons learned, you can move on. You see, there we are. Everything that comes into your life is a lesson. Look for the lesson, and it's hidden. But a lot of people don't realize these are subtle things, and they're, my past life, this and that, he was that, it wasn't for me, it must be my next one is my, twin flame. They keep searching, they don't realize, you see. And then they're going to come back the next life again. Everything will come into your life, as even Abraham says, but you've got to make your higher self, your source, your priority. Your alignment, you being in alignment with your true self, your inner being, whatever purpose you're meant to do in this life. Some people might be to learn what relationships are. Some have come to experience strength or, whatever you've got to overcome. But also remember, please do away with your karma willingly, consciously. Drop it. You've got to release it. You can choose, it doesn't serve you, to let it go. And if you don't, well then, it's not going to go. And I've made a video about that on my YouTube channel. So willingly release yourself from all the karma now. You don't need it, people. Going into the new paradigm, a very wise thing to do. But if you haven't learned these lessons like me, and you've got lots of shit that you haven't finished. So wherever you left relationships or trouble or whatever you haven't learned, last life or whatever nonsense, as you know, you're going to carry it through. And it's in this life to see it and make a different choice. So whether you put other people above you, you let people treat you badly, you've got to wake up to that. No, I am worthy. I am deserving. You've got to break that pattern. That's why they hear that. It'll keep repeating until you see it. But what people don't realize is sometimes it's relationships themselves, attachment to people or sex. Oh, sex. Oh, yeah, sex. Oh, yeah, sex. They've got such a thing. Oh, no, it's tantric sex. It's sex. It's attachment. Same thing. There's a weak spot. Ego. Your ego's got things that hooks in everywhere. You've got to be careful of those hooks. And that's what people don't realize in the spiritual path. And very few people see that. Pay much more attention to what you see in astral. It's not always what it seems. And your past lives. Look at the theme. There's your character, your personality. That's what you're going to look for. Relationships, yeah. You know, I'm a bit of a playboy or whatever, or sex is it, whatever it is. See, oh, I need this person. Oh, I love. I can't live without you. Oopsie. Yeah. You see, yes, you can. You are absolutely whole. You have source. You can have anything. You can love, but you got to, and let that person be. Don't hang on to them. Because they're evolving, you evolve, and you're here, you're co-creating. And if you both stand in your authentic selves and stay in complete alignment, you are likely to stay together. And she even tells you that. Very carefully, she says, make your priority connection is with your higher self. And then your relationship, everything else works out. If you're in alignment. You fall out, and then I was like, wow. And it was interesting for me to see that. Oh my gosh. And then, wow, yeah. I got completely out. So a lot of people will be going on the path and all of a sudden they get tired, they get sick, and they don't realize it's because you're out of alignment, you're doing things. Negative energy as well is another indicator. Because remember, source, you're talking about the creator source of all that is. If you're going around hating, blaming, pointing, wanting to harm others, thinking anything negative, that is not, you are not in alignment with your divine source. Source will never think of harming someone else. Anger, jealousy, blame, victimhood, oh, they, this, nothing. So when you're thinking and saying things that make you feel bad, basically, then you know you're not in alignment. Your higher self does not ever, source will never say, oh, that person is, you know what I mean? All loving, no judgment of anybody. They just, okay, that person is having a moment or they lost or whatever, you know, they're out of alignment. When you're in alignment, you will not judge, hate, criticize, anything, anyone. That's the authentic you is pure love. That's it. That is the real source energy, is pure love. Pure positive energy, unconditional love source has for all. There's no judgment. They know when you hear it, if you're so in the, you know, disconnected that you're not going to, bad behavior and all this anger comes from disconnection. Comes from you cutting your own connection off. You see? So any, you know, not so, there we are. So I thought I'd let you know, okay. So that's why the Buddhas, and that's why it is a thing, they always say non-attachment. They talk about don't detach. This is why. Yes, you can have relationships. You can have people in your life. If you stay in complete alignment and you're both in a complete, and you know that, and you can just love them just because you love. You love them, and you'll have the best relationships ever, but not be attached. Oh no, I can't live without you. Can't leave. Oh no, whatever else. You both stay in alignment, and you both put your priority is you stay on your course. Because if you don't, if you're not following your soul's journey anyway, you know it's not going to go the way you want, or things won't work out too well anyway. That's it. And how you know things aren't when you're really out of alignment, or you've been out of alignment for too long, you're going to have health issues. Because that's showing that you're not allowing, you know, your connection. You're blocking it. You're resisting it. You're in whatever. Yes, because we attract. Remember, I listened to some very interesting things. If you're thinking negatively of them, you're drawing, whatever you think about that person, you are drawing that experience, because you are, remember, you are a attractor. You are creating your reality. So you're going to draw that negative behavior from them. So if you see them as source, you see them as who their true being, right? You're going to mentally change it. You see everybody as a divine, which they are. They're all parts of our source. Doesn't like you, won't judge any of us, because we're all part of source. It's not going to judge itself. So if you see that person of just as a being out of alignment, but visualize them as you see them like Jesus did, as whole, as pure love. Don't see them as anything negative, and that's what you'll get. You'll get positive behavior from them. Even if it isn't, you must understand they are not connected. You are. So we don't judge. We send love. So if you want positive from behavior of someone, you've got to visualize them. It's like, here's an example. Same thing. It applies to anything. When I go out, I want to live in a world, and I do live in a world, where everybody is kind, helpful, collaborative, friendly, co-creative, and it's always enjoying, uplifting experience. So this is what my affirmations are. When I go out, this is what I say. If I go out into the public, right? Everybody I meet is helpful, kind, friendly, co-creative. It's always an enjoying, uplifting experience. And guess what? It flippin' is. Everybody. People will stop for me across the road, and open the door, mind out the way, whatever. Strangers. Would you like to help you? Yeah. Why? Because I project that. I segment intend that. I put it out there before I go. Like I said to you, before you go sleep, you say tomorrow's going to be this and that. I state it. How you know you're creating your own reality? Do that. Do it every night and watch what happens. Every night before you go sleep, like I said to you guys at this 30-40 day challenge, right? Every night before you go sleep. Say like tomorrow, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to have such a good day, whatever you want to experience, whatever feelings you want to experience, meditation, whatever. And that's what you will get. So you know every day, whatever I ask, whatever I intend happens the next day. For me anyway. Because if you're in alignment, it bloody will. So when you've got a positive, it happens. So you know you are creating your own reality. I just state, right, tomorrow I'm going to do this, I'm going to feel that, that's going to happen, and it does. Poof, there we are. Every night. That's me. It's like a shopping list. You see? So you want that from a person, and especially if you want to help someone. If you've got families that you're battling with, family members, project it out. So you can sit in a meditation and you send them well-being. If you want them to wake up and they're stuck in a lot of negative energy, right? And they're having a problem rising out of because when people have been talking badly for so long and thinking badly and they got stuck into, that's why I say, what you focus on, be careful of what you focus on, you can get what suck you in. That's just why, it's just wisdom. So some people have been focusing on the negative far too long and they're stuck in a bad place. And now they've built up this momentum. So they've got a strong momentum and the wrong direction. So it's hard for them to break out of it. Some might in their physical body, some might not in this lifetime. They haven't, maybe they came here, the karma, they just want to get it over with, who knows. And they in such a, they just get stuck into this negative vacuum and they don't realize they can get out of it. It's themselves, actually. Their own thoughts, they created it. Their own negative, every day saying bad things, wishing, thinking negative, and they've got in a very, you've done it yourself. So if you want to help them, it doesn't help them seeing that that person's in a bad place. And if you keep seeing them, because this is like ABMX says, in the reality, you're focusing on what is, what's already manifested. So when you think of them like that, you are perpetuating it. You're actually helping them keeping them trapped in a negative place. So what I do now, I know 1 or 2 people that really need this help. So I care about them. So what I do when I meditate, I send them, I sit there visually and I see them surrounded in well-being. I'm sending them energy. And I'm just, and they feel it. I'll get a message the next day. Hi, how you doing? Thank you. We're just missing you. And I was like, yeah, I know. You see, let me tell you, even if you think negative about them, that person knows, that soul knows. When you're thinking negatively about them, they absolutely know. Remember, we're all connected anyway. Energy, energy is sent. The intuition, they know. So if you want to help anybody that's, in a bad spot to get out of it, focus on them and visualize them in energy. You surround them in an intense and bubble energy of well-being. Visualize them in light. See them breaking out of this, dark, dense energy. You see them like rising up into the light. You see them free. Visualize them like when you heal people, right? You see the end. You see, say I want to heal someone. I visualize the healed. When you're doing the healing, you're visualizing it healing. That's how we heal them. Same thing. So you want them to get out of this negative place. You visualize them out of it. So you see them happy and free and, in bliss and like we are. See them there. You are going to help them get out. Never see someone where they are. Keep focusing on it. Oh, well, they are. No, because that's you. You know what I mean? You're not doing them any favors. There we are. Anyway, I thought I'll share that one with you. It was a very interesting lesson for me because, wow, I didn't realize. I was like, I can't understand. I thought, why am I getting sick? And I never, for 3 years, I didn't get ill at all. And I got sick, and then I had this, and I was thinking, gee whiz, all of a sudden, wow, because I was completely out of alignment. I was putting all my thing into this person and not, you know what I mean? Anyway, no, I was off course, yeah. I wasn't following my thing. I was like, okay. But anyway, I was guided to go, yeah. I was guided. Because I did see the lessons and I learned them. And then afterwards I realized what it was. It was attachment. I was like, oh my gosh. Mine was physical, was relationships. Because we are seeking. That's what all we're doing as beings is seeking our connection back. This is why love, everyone wants love and feels it. It's you're looking for love with that person, that connection. Oh, that love. Because that's how you feel when you're in alignment with your inner being, when you're absolute love. Well, close, not actually, I must say. And it's nothing comes close to that true alignment, bliss, what they call bliss. So keep doing your inner work and seeking it and get into it. And I told you how to realign, focus on it in your meditations, and you get into complete alignment and you let go of anything. You just completely surrender. Surrender your life, surrender whatever happens, just like here I am, and you surrender. So putting your hands, your complete trust in everything in Source. And boy, will your life just go up. Okay, when you give up everything, you say, here I am. And let Source just pick you up and you'll be taken care of. Everything will be sorted out for you. You just say to your soul, here we are. Your soul will absolutely give you everything you want and look after you and guide you. But when you're trying and you're fighting and you're resisting and I've got you and I'm this, that, or not trying to heal or whatever, don't put anything else above. Okay, when you go off course, there we are. Okay, people? I understand. You can go through life and you can enjoy things, but do not, that's why they said, it's when you put conditions, I want that. Well, there's a problem, see? Yeah, it was a big wake-up call for me. I had no idea. And when mine started back in the Roman days. I went back to where it started, this attachment problem. And I saw the pattern. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was asking where this started back in the Roman days. Because we were seeking it. So the closest you can get is really that is sex or love making or, being that close to someone, that feeling. This is why people get addicted, because you want that. But it's because they haven't found this connection. Get that connection and everything in your life will unfold miraculously. I mean, you will be cruising, and no matter what, you will be happy. You'll be in a bliss. You will be in such a, you know what I mean? You will lack and want nothing. You will be abundant in everything and happiness. And that's what made me laugh the other night. And I thought, oh my gosh, because teachers, nay, what do you want to be? Happy. Even as a little kid, I knew that happiness was more important than anything else, because you could be a doctor, anything else, but if you're not happy, it means shit. You're going to say, what? I'm a doctor, I'm a scientist, but I'm flipping miserable and unhappy. But I thought I knew love was the priority. So obviously we knew in a way that we were coming to this, but I just, we were born into the dense energy and third dimension. So I was thinking, so for me, love was the priority in my life. But I thought, so all you knew was relationship love. And that was my attachment, so I kept looking for that. Yeah. Anyway, and I was like, now we got to it. I'm like, at least I knew I had it right. I had the guidance right. I just was in the wrong direction. So now I've got this. Now you think, oh my gosh, happiness, yeah. Oh, wow. And yeah, you got it. Bingo. And when you're in alignment, you will have your happiness. Every day you wake up, no matter what the day is, it'll be happy. It'll be a beautiful day. Whether it's raining, whether it's hot, whether it's sunny, it doesn't matter. Every day you're going to wake up and you're going to, oh, beautiful. Thank you, the days. It's always a beautiful day. That is content. To be completely content and happy and have that inner peace no matter what. That is gold. That is real wealth, people. Then you have a wealth of abundance. I'm abundant. I'm in the wealth in that way. And you know how many people have everything, but they're not happy. They think they have everything. They have material things, but they are so searching. And they keep searching. That's what people do. Another relationship, or this, or it's a job, or it's him, or it's that. Something is always, it's them. You get in alignment, and you'll be happy no matter. See? And you will get what you want. But do not put anything above that, because that's going to be a painful lesson. And please have a look at there is a theme in your lives. See, sometimes some of you come here, some people come here to have that, or know what family is, to experience it, whatever. So there's no one fits all. Everyone's got a different experience and a different phase you've got to go through. See, there we are, peoples. I thought I'll share that with you. It was very interesting for me because I got that. Oh, and people go, okay, this is it now, because this is what I see people doing that, falling in that trap. Oh, synchronicities. Oh, this is Mrs. And this is what I thought. Oh, wow. I mean, the synchronicities, the divine guidance. It was like that person was dropped on my lap out of the sky. I mean, wonderful. It was. I'm very thankful because, wow, did it bring out all that shit I didn't even know was in me. Wow, did a guy got triggered. And that's what it was there for, to heal and to show me, okay, so I would now make different choices. And I had to see where I was going wrong, and did I? And actually, only yesterday I saw another thing where I was going wrong. I didn't even pick it up then. I only realized yesterday. And I thought, oh, wow. And I'd been repeating this mistake over and over and over this whole life. So a lot of it is self-worth. There are so many lessons we got to learn here, people. And you're going to look very carefully. But they're subtle. This is where we miss them. They are subtle. We're looking for the big things. It's subtle. And they don't tell you, because you have to willingly see it and choose. You've got to willingly give up, like your karma. You've got to willingly give up your addictions. Willingly give up your, you know what I mean? But if you are chasing anything above your higher self and source, have it. You'll have it, but it's, you're going to find out down the line. You're going to keep. There we are. Okay. Keep that, as you said, this number one relationship, connection thing is your inner being. That divine guidance, that everything. Life will just be amazing. You will be led amazingly. Whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, you are insane if you don't put it first. You'll see the difference in your life. It'll just be amazing. And anything and everything in your life will be amazing. See? But you must understand, put that first. That person that comes in your life, amazing. But so you're allowed to ask what you want, but what people don't realizing is a catch to see. It's like fishing. You don't realize you're fishing your own, you're hooking yourself. Oh, yeah, of course you can. Our source will give it to you. You want a boyfriend? Okay. I want a girlfriend? Yeah, no problem. Here it comes. They're not going to show you where the hook is, where you're getting, this is your own lesson to learn. It's part of wisdom. It's part of, yeah, that's it. But we've all got them. And some people I see them, but it's different things. You see, I also had to learn them. I often watch people, and I can see clearly. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I can see where their attachments are, where their weaknesses are in this life. Oh, he's got a, their ego, where the ego has got a stronghold. These are ego things. And they have no clue. But it's not for me to say. It's not for me to go and tell people, oh, you know what I mean? This is their lesson in their time. You got to learn. So this is more of a guidance, and if you resonate and there's something in there, you'll see it, you'll know. It's a tip now. So maybe you, like me, if you weren't aware, you won't look, you see. And I was like, wow. And if it wasn't for someone saying something, I would never have got it. Yes, there's another one. Yeah, I can feel it now. I felt it this afternoon. I'm very sensitive to that. But I also asked, while I'm sitting here now, my legs, my cells in my body are vibrating at a higher speed. So let's see how, sleep, let's see. I've also resigned to that. I was like, okay, well, so don't try. If I'm not sleeping, there's a good reason. If I can't, whatever, I just get up then and I'll do something else and wait till I'm tired. I don't try, and you just go with it. You've got to accept what comes to you. That's it. And look, everything has a reason, and look for the thing. Yeah, because sometimes you see they're not ready to hear, they'll get angry with you, they don't see it. So people, you see, so you can, it's like People don't like it when you go and tell them things. Let them come and ask. Because that's what Buddhists always say. Wait till someone asks you. Don't intervene. Don't interfere. You're poking your nose in someone. I shared a video. One of Abraham Hicks. Here we are. If you go to my TikTok page, I shared a screenshot of an Abraham Hicks. Very interesting thing to listen to. Yeah, it's just energy. It's incoming. Surge from the sun or CMA or something, yeah. But yeah, there's an incoming higher frequency vibration energy, absolutely. Even these grounding mats don't help. Doesn't do a bloody thing if you've got the incoming energy, because you can't. It's all around you. It's going through you. It's everything. It's part of. So you can't. A grounding mat is not going to do anything. I realized that. It's like diddly squat. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking my shoes off and going to put my feet on the ground and getting some earthing and grounding, because I needed it. I could feel it today. We've obviously got quite a bit coming in, big shifts that are happening in the Schumann resonance. And this is why I say you've got to keep recalibrating to it, or you're going to find you're going to feel like just off and unsettled or irritated, or and maybe unsettled, unstable, just, something's off. It's because that we've got to keep being aware of it and calibrating, you know what I mean? So because it affects us, understand that it has a big effect on us. So when she spikes, has big spikes and things like that, you need to, and literally get your feet off, get your shoes off and put them on the ground, something, okay? Sit on your bum, your hands, wherever, something. And you'll see it, you'll feel it, that energy transfer. So you can recalibrate. So we can keep up, because she's changing, and we've got to, because we're beings living on Earth and part of the human game, in order for us to live here and survive, if our bodies are not in sync with Earth's energy field, well, then you're not going to be sticking around for long. That's just fact. So you need to, that's why we stay in all the things. It affects us. Earth's magnetic field affects us. Can ask any astronaut. Big time. If they leave here without duplicating that, they have issues, or they won't live. That's a fact. NASA found that out. So yeah, it is. We're very much affected by Earth's magnetic field. Absolutely. And this is why, because of this changes in it, you need to ground and earth yourself. But today I decided to make vegetable lasagna, and I made a big one. It was very time consuming, so I spent quite an afternoon in the kitchen, all sweaty. So I didn't go for my walk this afternoon. So I'm going to, definitely tomorrow, come rain or shine, I shall be outside. I went for a walk, but I didn't get earthed. Yeah, I can feel it. So we got some big surges coming in, okay. Yeah, this is it. But also, I understand, because of these big energies coming in, right? Depending on how much stuff you've got to clear, that you've been purposely, how long you've been doing healing and clearing and releasing and allowing it and asking for the help. And also saying, like, when I feel a heavy one, right? And I'm saying, oh, whatever. You can feel the pressure, or whatever, like you're saying, right? I lie in bed and I thank them. Here's some wisdom. Thank you, Source, for this expansion, for these upgrades, for this higher frequency, light and vibration. Oh, I love it. And it's high. You know why? Because when I'm talking to you now, I do that. The connection is high. It's very. So we've got a much higher frequency vibration in, because the minute I say it now, I am connected like this. We've got a high surge coming in. You're connected to the quantum within a second. I can close my eyes and I'm connected like now. You're in that quantum field. Woof, you're in that astral. Boom. So there's a big surge definitely. So what you do is lie in bed and you thank them for it. That's always good. And you remember, your body is a smart body. Man, this is the best technology on the planet. People just haven't discovered. Your body is listening. It's built never to die. It can heal itself. It's built never to get sick. It depends on your belief system. Whatever you believe, that's what your body is going to go along with, right? So lie in bed. My body, I know mine is already past that phase. You can heal, you can regrow your cells, you can stop your aging and do whatever you bloody want. It all depends on your belief, how limited and how programmed you are. So thank them when you're going through these upgrades and surges. Thank you for this wonderful evolution, for this expansion, which is frippin' awesome. I love it. Bring it on. So I thank them for this. I thank you, Source, for this expansion in consciousness, my frequency, vibration, and consciousness keeps rising for the whatever you want for the thank them. My body is assimilating this new energy. Oh, thank you. Frequency and vibration with such ease. Manifest it. So you are telling your body that your body is going to assimilate these new energies and frequencies with absolute ease, and it bloody will. I don't even doubt it now. So I'm telling my body and I'm thanking my body for assimilating these new energies and frequencies with ease. And it will. See? Relax. Thank it. Help it. There we are. Don't think anything negative about it, you see. And if you're feeling any of that, just understand it's clearing. All that is coming out is clearing. So I really do that and it works. I'm serious. I thank them. Thank you for these upgrades. Thank you for my consciousnesses, you know, the more higher consciousness again, more light, higher frequency, higher vibration, whatever you want. And I thank them every day for this massive expansion. I say thank you for this, for that I'm here to experience this expansion, this rising in consciousness, light, frequency, dimension, vibration. Fantastic. You want the highest dimension? Well, no, I don't know about anybody else. I definitely want the higher. I'm on the highest timeline, highest vibration, highest dimension, highest consciousness, highest frequency. I mean, there, yeah. You know, go for the gold. Don't go for the bronze. You know, go for the stars, people. So thank them. And you also remember you've got the angels. You can call in for help to help assist and assimilate this. But your body is what you once stated. Your thoughts, your consciousness controls everything. So always make it positive. Always look for the positive. Always affirm the positive. And you get it. There. It's like if I can't sleep now, I try. I manifest. So what I was told is like the same thing. Like I segment intend, right? This helps. So I say the night before, I am going to sleep so well tomorrow. I'm going to sleep like a baby. I'm going to sleep till the morning. That helps. That helps me. And that's what I was told to do as well, because I do everything else, but I forget about the sleep time. So I say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do that, I'm going to feel this, and connect. Oh, and I am, and I want to be in alignment and complete alignment, and I get that complete alignment and all that stuff, but I forget to include the night time. So now what I do is say, oh, I'm going to be tired, I'm going to sleep so well tomorrow, I'm going to be sleepy, I'm going to have so nice, I'm going to sleep like a baby and wake up in the morning feeling energized and refreshed. What you want, segment intend, claim it. I'm going to wake up in the morning feeling refreshed and energized. Let me just, there's a person here trying to be, who knows? Who knows? You get all kinds of strange people and trolls and all kinds, yeah. There's some strange people out there. They do some strange things. Anyway. It's what it is, you know. There we are, people. Strange people. They attract, you know, there's a law of attraction. Ah, there we are. So there we are. Okay. That's what I can tell you. Do that. And that'll help you, all right? That's lovely. Ask for what you want. Intend for what you want. And it happens. You'll get it, okay? You will absolutely get it, people. All right. Lots of love. If people do strange things, I don't worry about it too much about them. Yeah. Let's see. There we are. Done. Yeah, yes, anyway, there we are. There's some very strange, don't worry. There's people out there often to, anyway, you just block them. There's people out there sometimes trying to, you're very welcome. With pleasure. Welcome. This is just, I thought I'll share that with you because I didn't see that one coming and I walked straight into it. I mean, I was like, wow, thank you. Literally in my meditation, like 2 years ago, they were showing me and I was like, wow. But then I hadn't done enough work. And it's interesting. And then, of course, when the times it manifests you on a very different frequency and vibration as well. So it was interesting, but it was perfect, because that person was perfect. Because if it hadn't been that way, everything is perfect, I wouldn't have done the healing. You see, they were put in my life purposely to trigger those things, so I would be able to open up and I would be able to heal, release that. But I didn't see the underlying theme was attachment as well, and I found that one out. No, I blocked him. Yeah, but you get people like that. They have one follower. They're bots, but you have people like that purposely. I mean, there's all kinds of people with their own agenda, but that's their problem. Remember, they draw. That's what I'm saying. People don't realize this is the. You could say it is a test. It's what they call the end of times. Now we go to see if you're ready to go to the next dimensional level. So kind of like a repeat of the end of Atlantis. Some people make. A lot of people are being. I actually said that tonight on my Facebook page. A lot of people are reliving their choices that they made in Atlantis, the end of the last days as well, and they don't realize that they've been put in the same spot, in a way, a similar scenario to show up, to try and get them to see that to make a higher choice this time. In order for you to be able to go up to the new earth or say higher dimension, you need to be able to change those patterns and behaviors and but some people aren't getting it. So if you want to focus on that, if you're not doing your work and you want to focus on anything that's pushing hate, blame, victimhood, divide, it's them, it's this, it's in the ego, and they're in the lower, denser thing. And then, unfortunately, remember, they are choosing to stay in that third dimensional space and world, and they're going to go with it. And there's many different versions of Earth and timelines. And as I say, like Atlantis, some didn't end well, you know what I mean? So some might manifest themselves an ending like that again, but because they're not seeing the lesson again and they're repeating the same mistakes, you see. So as I say, there's many different versions of Earth. There's some that aren't good. So depending on your frequency and vibration will determine which one you end up. So if anything's pushing out hate, blame, anger, judgment, criticism, any of those things, avoid it. Because what you focus on, you draw to you, you hold a frequency vibration, and it will consume you. So the more you talk bad things, focus on it and listen to it, you building up stronger, you know. I did warn people, I think about a year ago I warned them, this message came to me. It will consume you, and some people have been consumed by that rather denser energy. But that's, I say, you're eternal, so they'll leave the planet in maybe not so pleasant way. It's because of law of attraction, they draw it to them. You know, what a lot of people don't realize is, as within, so without. So what you have in you, what you have in you is how you see the world. Not joking. So when there's a lot of people that have a lot of anger and hate, and they are and this and that, or a lot of they're looking at it, they don't realize that they have a same shit in them. It's in you. You haven't cleared it. But it's that, it's this, it's those, it's they're hunting for the dark. That's what I'm saying. The darkness they don't realize is in them. So avoid any people that are focusing on the dark or any of that. Avoid it. So, but anyway, look, as I say, these are lessons. Some souls, are young or new, or who knows, they've got different lessons to learn. There we are. That's choices. And then the next life, maybe it benefits them anyway. It's evolution. It'll benefit them to learn. So even if it doesn't end well in this body, it's only a short. You'll come back in another body. Who knows what timeline you're choosing. But remember, if you're focusing on, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to go into that conversation. I watch people, and I'm finding it very interesting when I see come together. What they think they're talking out against and fighting is the timeline they're actually choosing. They're going to end up experiencing that negative thing that they're sharing and talking about and going on about, which is so terrible. They're going to experience that. They've chosen, obviously, to go down that path, and that's the timeline and the planet version they're going to go on. No thanks. Nope. I've seen one already. As you know, there's past, present, and future. So a lot of people are trying to view the collective future. We've moved into the fourth dimension. There is no such thing as time. So if you're trying to look down like you could in the old days, it was set energy, you're not going to see anything. People are trying to predict the future. You're not going to be able to predict the future far ahead. Sorry, but it won't work. There's many different timelines. There's many different options. At the moment, there are so many versions of the truth and so many different timelines. But what you can do is look at your future lives. They're all there. That's how, if you want to see what's going on. There are many versions depending on you as well. So, as we know, there's no such thing as time. They're all happening now. Past, present, future. You're just not sure which one you want. I've seen some. So what I've done is, what I was showing before is past lives of mine. I asked a year or so ago. I didn't try and view the collective. And I was like, oh, cool. That was nice. So I saw New Earth, Future Earth, yeah. I've seen Earth. Anyway, so that's what you can do. So a lot of people are, oh my gosh, there's no future. They're trying, some people are trying to remote view the future, and they, oh, it's end, but they're in dark consciousness anyway then. And so they're, oh my gosh, it's the end of, there's no future, there's nothing, so there's the end of the world's ended. Well, of course, because there's no such thing as time. Hello, we're in the fourth dimension. Time doesn't exist. Time is an illusion. Everything is, there is only the now moment. Every choice, it changes, and everything you do, every day you're a new being, a new frequency. You're constantly, everything you think about, you change. You're doing this, we're in the multidimensional. You're shifting dimension space all the time. And the collective is at the moment so you're not going to be able to see. Depending on which timeline you're on, people don't realize either. You might be on a very not such a good timeline because you're believing it. If you've got negative beliefs and think that there's all this, things are terrible and all this horrible shit's going on, that's the world you're seeing and believing and focusing on. Well, you can have it. I'm like, no, thank you. Take that, go away. That's your choice. So yeah, that's not a good timeline to be on. You don't want to, But as I say, and that was an old saying. It wasn't biblical. It was in the Aborigines, the indigenous people told you. There's a white wolf and a black witch. Whichever one you feed is the one that's going to get stronger. The angel and the demon on the shoulder. Whichever one you feed is going to get stronger. What they didn't tell you is energy, focus. So the more you're thinking about all these horrible things that are not nice and focusing on them, you're feeding that. Anyway, yeah, you can't explain to people because if they're not at that level of consciousness, they don't realize that the darkness is, oh no, it's not, oh no, there's bad, oh, there's evil out there, oh, no. Nope, it's in you. You just haven't figured out what it is and where it is, and you're going to clear it. That's it. Clear that energy. It's not. It's just work, seeking it. I sought it. Because I started this path, and I went through all that shit that I'm talking about, and all the astrals, and then I sought, at one stage I decided, I sought samadhi, I sought the highest to come enlightened, what they call enlightenment, samadhi, highest level, except in this life, I hadn't had any spiritual, I'd never done any studies and yoga, read anything, I knew nothing about what it was about. So when I was going through the astrals, I got all these things, I didn't know what they meant, half the thing. When I was getting all these different stages in the astrals, as you pass certain levels, you get different things. As you clear, which is your energy centers, basically, you're going up. It's like chakras. So you get past this one. The first one is your wings. Everyone's like, oh, I got no wings. That's your first. You've passed the first one. That's all. You fought your own darkness. Or you get over there. So there's different stages. Anyway, yeah. I didn't have a clue what they were about, actually. Not a freaking clue. But I sought it. I sought that. You see, it depends how strong your desire is. My desire was absolute there. All my energy, I had a real desire, they say. That's what you seek it. With all my intent, passion, so I really wanted that. That was the only thing I had. There was no boyfriend or this or that. My only focus was on that. And completely with source. So that's what I got. Everything I've asked and sought, I've found. So I got that. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything you choose Choose to see it as it is. As soon as you see the lesson, it disappears like that. The minute you realize, that's what it is, and you let it go, you forgive, and it's gone. You can get over that lesson so fast, it can leave your life very fast. But you resist it, you're angry, you fight it, you don't want it, whatever. Oh, it sticks around. It's like feelings. Yeah, okay, see it, acknowledge it, thank you, let it go, thank you. Right, poof, and that it's just moving through. Very true, yeah. Everything we think about, we assign a negative thing to it. So don't assign anything, just if you have a neutral, but it's a lot of untraining of the mind, because your mind will, oh no, you see, you've got morals and principles, and there's another thing, don't hang on to those too tightly. It's not morals and principles, because that's also a human thing, where a lot of them are off. A lot of what we think is a lot still based on the old good, bad duality, wrong, right. There isn't any. There isn't, as you say, there isn't any. Yeah, there isn't. So yeah, it depends on your desire, how much you seek it. You see, I sought this path more than anything. My whole focus was on the source and the light, and that's all it was. Nothing else mattered anything to me. So I put my total commitment into source and this path, and I didn't go and talk to guides. And I never really got into that. I was source. In the beginning, guides, sometimes I've asked them, and the angels I've worked with a bit, but I was mainly source. And I sought that, and I wanted to actually then become one with source. So, like, as I say, I thought we could do that. You embody source in a physical body. So, you can go watch my thing. What I got was all of that, but then they said I can't, obviously, because otherwise I'd leave. If you now bodied that energy in you would actually not be able to stay in a physical vessel. You see? I'd leave the planet. So the closest you can be is complete alignment. Then you are walking basically like source, the divine on earth. If you stay in alignment, you are absolutely. Amazing. And then you're in that moment as well. So you can heal, you can manifest everything by staying in that. Yeah, anyway, at the moment you've got great opportunity, because the frequencies and vibrations are so high. To be in alignment is so easy. No, it's not. No, I do lives when I'm called to do them. You can go watch them. The rest of them, I've done a lot. They're up on YouTube. So when I do a lives, I upload them to YouTube. But this is a random live. I might be doing one tomorrow with Sarah, who's a light language lady. She's got lovely energy. She's such a loving being. Yeah. So this was wondrous, and most people don't talk about this, and they don't realize. I can tell you what, I'm watching it. They do not realize they've got where their attachment is, but they're going to find out. And they're not going to realize. It'll take a while to, unless someone tells you, or whatever you ask, you seek. You've got to find out, you see. You've got to seek to release that. Because you have free will. You've got to seek to release your karma. Seek to release your whatever. If you say mine, I had a lot of things. I mean, we all have. I had so many things to get rid of. So I released so many, but it was a choice. It was a choice. If you want to be as close as you want to embody the divine as close as possible, there's a lot you need to let go of, a lot of human traits, personality things, like criticism, judgment. The list goes on and on and on and on. Yeah, a lot of things. You're going to willingly not say, no, well, I choose. So it's up to you. You got to choose. What do you want to be? You're eternal. You see. Thank you. Thank you. Well, there we are. Well, I'm glad it helped anybody. And I'll upload it, the whole thing. It'll explain it. So yeah, just a heads up, so you don't fall into that pitfall. Many people I see are doing it. I understand there's many tests now. Not tests as such, but it's for you to now realize and always choose. Always, here's something you can ask for before you make a decision. So think, when you're in that spot, click into alignment and say, show me the highest perspective. Let me have the highest perspective and perception. Then make a call or start talking about it, or then make your decision. Always from the highest perception and highest perspective. And you will be given, and you will see it so shit differently. You will make that decision and you will see something from such a different angle if you ask for the highest perception and perspective. And then you go and think about the thing or the subject or the thing, and then you'll be like, wow, that's it. Ask for it. Whatever you want. Ask for the highest consciousness, the highest awareness, the highest... I've rented many videos. Remember, ask. Free will. Ask for these things. There's so many things you can ask for that'll help you. Great wisdom, clarity and guidance. Great wisdom, clarity and discernment. Great things to ask for. Help you a lot. Ask for the highest perceptive and highest perception in all your decisions and all your... And there we are. Wow. So before you make any decision, say please. And then you have that conversation, and then you will, wow, you'll be amazed yourself. See, when you're in alignment with your inner being, with no restriction, complete alignment, wow, you see the world very, very differently. Very differently. And you only have love. Great love. I mean, love radiates from you. Light radiates. You radiate. I do purposely, even when I go walking. It's an intention to radiate love out into the world. Radiate light out into the world. See, it's powerful, people. Very powerful. Okay. Very powerful. Remember, what you radiate out comes back to you as well. That's why you don't want to hold these things in your frequency and vibration, because you're going to draw, you know, that's where a lot of these old sayings go. To live by the thing, you know, to die by the thing. Pretty much. There's so many things that you become aware of that you're like, oh wow, you see it from a higher, you know. You're welcome. Okay, I'm getting pins and needles. sitting cross-legged, on my meditation cushion. It's a bit uncomfortable. All right, people. I hope that was helpful. But it was fascinating to me. Wow. Because when you've been in such alignment and that bliss, and then I was out and I couldn't understand why, why I was like, I didn't even put the two and two together. I didn't click that all these illnesses and I was getting sick and everything else had anything to do with this relationship. I had no clue. Afterwards, when you get these tarot people readers and things like that, and there was a message that came through like clearly, and I was like, oh wow, because I'd gone, of course. I just saw something on the back burner, and I was like, okay, no, this is it. Asked for it, I got my relationship, and I'm going to live 3D and just, live, because, okay, we're here to live, yes. Mustn't forget that. We are here in a physical body to have a physical experience. But as I said, watch out that you don't put anything above Source, the divine. Then you will get a, things won't go, they'll go astray a bit. Okay. They won't work out, nicely. Anyway, there we are. You're very welcome. You are so welcome. Well, hopefully it was helpful to anybody. That's the whole purpose of this, okay? This is all what it's about, to share. So it will be hopefully uplifting. It will be guidance and clarity for, anybody. That's the purpose. All right, beautiful people. You have a good evening. And as I say, good thing to do every day is, even whenever you do it, is to thank Source. Thank you for this, that I'm here to experience this expansion in consciousness, light, frequency, and vibration. Every time you're getting upgrades and you're feeling them, thank you for this new, higher frequency, vibration, and light. My body is going to assimilate this new energy with ease. Thank you for these upgrades. Thank you. See, what you thank, you get more of. You get help. Remember, gratitude. Always take it from a positive thing, and it is positive for you. Make it into a blessing, all right? Not into anything else. Love you, love you, love you, people. Maybe tomorrow we'll see if how things are, and if we do a live tomorrow. I don't know. I'll check messages when I'm finished and see, and then we'll see how we're doing. Yeah, fourth dimension is no time. We are in multidimensional. We are always shifting timeline. You're moving all the time when your thoughts are different frequencies and vibrations, you see. So keep them always on a, don't engage with it, you know, even music is there, whatever. All right. Good night, lovelies. Have a lovely morning, evening, wherever you are. Bye.